All right, I am here, and I'm going to be continuing screwdrivers. Last stream we made some good upgrades to some of our vehicles, and we've created, I think, 2 staple vehicles at this point. The Street Master Pro Mark II and the Dirt Master Pro Mark II. And our goal is gonna be, I wanna refine the all-rounder as well, because I feel like we're onto something with this 6-gear setup. It slides out in the back, but honestly, like, that just means it has a ton of torque, right? Like, I don't see that as necessarily a bad thing. I feel like there's something we can do to make this handle a little better. I'm thinking more downforce, right? Like, it powers through so strongly and has such good turning. And we're using dirt wheels. Like, you can power through corners with this thing. And I think the way we get more downforce is by bringing this forward and directly in front of the front wheels. Now we're gonna find out, oh, maybe using a beam thin. Beam thin might work a little bit better. Let's see. We're going to turn this thing into an F1 car. Except it's going to be an F1 car that can also do dirt. Yeah, see, now that it's in front of the wheels, we could even put it farther out, like that, right? Now we need to use a 9. I don't think you technically need to connect to the ends. How much do these weigh? 1 kilogram? Nah. Less pieces equals better. If I don't need to connect this, then I'm not going to connect it. I don't know if that's going to rotate. We'll find out very shortly. No, it doesn't rotate. Oh, that toe-in is so good. Wait, what do we hit? What do we even hit? Look at that. That increased our turning by a lot. having that downforce in slightly in front of the wheels. Now, the problem is our back end is still sliding out. I really think the dirt suspension is not the way. I like the dirt tires. I do like the dirt tires. But I'm thinking we're getting beyond the dirt suspension because it's so wiggly. Let's try the street small. With the dirt wheels small. The thing that I like about the dirt suspension, though, is the fact that, oh, I always forget. The ground clearance of the dirt suspension is what I like. That is feeling pretty good. And we slid up. Okay, so what we're lacking now is downforce on the back end. But what we can also do is add even more downforce to the front end. I think we're going to have to do it like that. Yeah, this piece is interesting because you can change the direction. I want something like this, but that has this piece right underneath that piece. So it's a direct, like, 90-degree crossbar. Yeah, I think it's just gonna have to be... This is 4, right? Yeah, I think we just do a 5 at that point. I don't know if we could bring that in one more. I don't think so. I think if we moved this in here, it would clip into the wheels. So part of me is thinking we just do 1. Now it's gonna, yeah. That looks very frail, but that should work. And what I need to do is I need to expand this to be a 6 and a 5. Or maybe a 6 and a 7. We don't even need those to be... Axis extension you only really need to use when you need something to rotate alongside one another. Like when you want to connect two axles together. So ideally I want one right in the center. Like that. So we really only need this to go... I mean... These do weigh more. Like, the longer they are, the more they weigh, right? We only really need it like that. Technically speaking. Ligma, welcome back. We're making an F1 car that can also do dirt. We're improving the S Plus all-rounder. We're trying to. Oh, now that's rotating in front. Ha ha ha. The back isn't rotating though. You can see the turn radius is like so slow without that downforce in front. All right, easy enough. Boom, boom, and boom. Done. Easy. Yeah, look at that. Look at how snappy it is now. See that? Your game files got deleted? Oh, rip. I'm sorry. I lost a vehicle previously. Oh, this thing is pretty snappy. It's feeling pretty snappy. I downloaded it back, but I can't use it because the progress reverted. Oh. Well, you're talking about like all of your coins, right? You could, I mean, creative mode. You could do creative mode. Windows 10? Yeah, I'm running this game on Linux. It's actually very stable on Linux. Oh, that feels pretty good. Being able to take that turn at like 150 kilometers an hour. Oh, something broke off. We may even want to use the we may even want to use the big suspension at this point. If we're going like full F1 style. I'm gonna refine this build. And then I want to mess with the motorcycle suspension some more because I feel like there's something to that. Definitely feel like there's something to the, I forgot to, yes, I'm not even gonna. Yeah, that feels pretty good. Acceleration definitely feels a little bit slower. Oh. Look at that brake. Dude, they need to add brakes to this game. Why are my brakes so weak? Like, I get it. The wheels are bigger. They take longer to slow down. But, like, with my amount of downforce, you know what I mean? It's like you have, if you know what anti-lock braking is. So, like, anti-lock braking is a system that stops you from braking so hard that your wheels spin out, right? So, like, yeah, you're going 100 kilometers an hour. You want to stop really fast? All right, slam the brakes. Okay, what happens? Well, you slam the brakes so hard that it actually stops your wheel. And now your wheel is skidding on the tarmac. And you're not actually braking and slowing down as efficiently as you possibly could be. But what this game feels like is that there's this like anti-lock. So what the anti-lock braking system does is it makes sure that your wheels don't spin out when you slam onto the brakes, right? And that's great. There's a reason why pretty much every modern car has one. But what the brakes in this game feel like is there's this like anti-lock braking system that's way too cautious. I always miss that turn. It's so deceiving. So I feel like I'm slamming on the brakes and I should be able to brake even harder. They need to add brakes to this game. I don't know how they would add a braking system. This thing feels pretty good. It has like pretty good high speed turning. And it powers through into 6. I don't ever feel like I'm like waiting for the power to kick in, you know? The problem is the braking. Look how long it takes to slow down, you know? And that's partially why the Street Master Pro Mark 1 is so good. This is why this is a staple. This one is a staple because it's super light, has decent acceleration, amazing handling. And if I want to stop, it stops. Being able to brake is as important as being able to accelerate. But there's no braking system in the game. It's like, it's an actual limitation to like making a really good build. And this is coming from someone who has over 100 hours in BeamNG. Like, I really think the thing that they need to add to the roadmap is a braking system. Like, you should be able to fine-tune your anti-lock braking system, and you should be able to fine-tune your suspension. The game is early access. I mean, it's free to play early access, so I give it a pass. But I will openly admit and say, oh my, that flickering is terrible. Some of the reflections in the game cause like flashing lights, which is actually a concern for people with epilepsy. So, flashing lights warning. Apologies to anyone who has epilepsy. But you can just see how this thing handles, right? And like adding more weight to it, adding more engines isn't gonna help so much. Like even at top speed, you can corner so strongly. Like full tilt turn, you're good. I know this turn now. That's like a sharp turn at the top of the hill. Drifting. So that's my take on the braking system in the game. How much more do these weigh? 30 kilograms versus 20 versus 10. Those big racing wheels are chunky. Like those are really, really chunky. And yes, the wheels have a significant impact on your ability to brake. Because, I mean, as you can imagine, having a larger wheel it makes it harder to slow the wheel down, right? So using this smaller wheel, I can feel that I can brake a little bit better. Like using, I don't know what we hit. Fajiri, welcome. Chunky but big grip. Yeah, but I'm also getting really good grip with the small wheels too. Unless I hit dirt. These immediately slide out on dirt. Like being able to brake is exceptionally important. Yeah, okay, let's go back and evaluate. There's something on this piece of track right here that is causing our vehicle to brake every time. It's these like weird bumps in the road. There's nowhere else that does it. Yeah. No, and it's not our vehicle because 99% of the road elsewhere does not cause our vehicle to break. Electric motors have better brakes. You know, motor braking is actually a thing, I think, like torque braking. Someone said in the comments, there's a way to make it so you can shift manually. Yeah, manual gear shift with period and comma. What is it on the key on the controller though? Being able to manually shift would be massive. I don't know what I'm trying to figure out what the button is on my controller. Oh, come on. I just pressed every button on my controller. Can I really not shift with my... Am I gonna have to press the freaking keyboard to shift my car? Yeah, that... I wonder, can I blow the motor? Wait, hold on. I want to see if we can blow the motor. So if you're going like... Oh, the shifting time, man. That needs to be something too. Like, why does it take so long to shift? Blow the motor. No, you can't. You can't blow the motor. R3, L3. Yeah, I tried the paddle keys. I tried pretty much all the... I tried all the paddles. I have multiple keys. Like, I'm using a Razer Wolverine V2, so I have an extra 4 buttons that I can map, but I don't think you can actually map buttons. There's no key bindings, which is a huge feature that, like, when the game came out, everyone was like, key bindings, key bindings, key bindings. It's like, yeah, they should actually add that. Like, if I want to manual gear shift with something other than period and comma, I should be able to do that. From a programmatic standpoint, like, I've done a tiny bit of game development and programming. That can't be that difficult. But yeah, if we stay in manual, our first and second gear are actually really low. I'm wondering... I'm wondering if these gear ratios are actually the way we want them to be. Like, what if I switch that? No, no, no. Switch it to be like this. That lowers our max speed, and that makes sense. Given the fact that this is our highest gear state, right? Yeah. Click analog stick. I promise you, I clicked every single button on my controller twice. We could swap these. I don't know if that's going to actually change anything, though. Yeah, it doesn't change anything because again, this jumps back and forth between this freely. It doesn't start in any particular state. Why does that reverse? Wait, look at that. If I do this, something is janked out with this. I think I might have to reconstruct this whole part. Gearing is sadly automatic. Yeah. And also, like, the time it takes to shift gears is a limitation. If you've ever heard if you've ever heard an F1 car accelerate from like 0 to 100 kilometers, the time it takes to shift gears is almost instant. Yeah, it's because there are two of these. And unfortunately, the way that whole thing is set up, I don't think that a 7. We could make this a 9, an 8. Okay. No. Yes. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Good. Now, how do I connect all of that? Do we need this to be actually connected to anything? Oh, it doesn't mind it. They have written in the roadmap that they will also add new parts. So maybe they'll add faster clutches. Yeah, I hope so. Oh, yes, I'm in manual mode still. I don't want to be in manual mode. Shifting with period and comma is not something I want to do. That feels a little cleaner, actually. Again, the braking time and then the clutch time, the gear shift time is probably one of the biggest downsides. Oh, that turn is so sharp. Yeah, this thing feels actually better. That was a modification that I was thinking about for a little while. And I didn't know how to really implement it. But this thing is definitely feeling better. I don't know if we can get rid of any more weight, though. Oh my. Yeah, that's good. We like that. I don't think we actually need this crossbar here. Oh, never mind. Yeah, we absolutely need that. I am thinking we can make it 1, 2, 3. This is a 5 beam, right? If we turn it into a pin extension, that's half the amount of weight, right? I don't think we need these anymore. Yeah, those weren't doing anything. The other pins are not connected. Yeah, those pins, yeah. I think we're clean now. I think that's as clean as we can make it. Yeah, that should be all right. This is gonna be, we're gonna just keep this as a S plus F1. There we go. Oh, oops. Need to change the name there as well. We're good. And I mean, like, we're sliding out in first and second gear. I'm also slamming on the gas. Oh, we only have 5 gears now. Wait, what? Why do we only have 5 gears? Yeah, there's a bump there that always breaks our vehicle. That's a pretty decent turn radius. Yeah, I don't know why. What did we? So I imagine the 6 gears even higher, right? You have 2 times the same ratio. Where? This state is 2.1 plus that, which this is the highest gear state, pretty much. Then we have that, which is 3 to 1, and then we have 1 to 3. And then these are 3 to 1 and 1 to 3. So which one is the same ratio? I just think we're not going fast enough to get into 6th gear. Is that possible? Like, I think our 6th gear is so high. I could manually shift into it as well. That makes sense. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there is no 6. I don't know which one's the same at a 1 to 1. Oh. Yeah, I can't. I can't add a 1 to 1 because because a 3 to 1 and a 1 to 3. I think I'm getting it. Yeah, see, I can't keep this in this state while keeping that in that state. That would be something nice as well for the development. Like, if I click this and I move my mouse away, just keep it there. Just keep it there. Don't reset it. Because I want to click this one, see what it's like here, and then click this one and see what it's like there, but I can't. Right? Damn it! No, I'm just kidding. Use the 90-degree angle wheels. Oh! $300 IQ. So that separation, you can use that. We should have, wait, let's see. Yeah, nice. Wait, I wanted to drive it. Here, I need to manual shift off. All right, there we go. There's the 6, yeah. It helps a little bit with the top end. That actually feels pretty good. We coast in 5th. You have a 9-gear setup? Nice. Yeah, the clutch time definitely has an impact on acceleration. Rip. Would you rather install engines on both sides and have only the transmission in the middle, or have everything in line? Well, when I initially started, also welcome, David. I initially tried to build this with the engines on either side, and I ran into the entire thing spinning around its center axis. Like some weird torque issue. So I opted for just keeping it in line. Now, there's another build, the first build that I modified, that has a setup like that, where you have these two engines here on this side, two engines here on this side, working on this center axle. And then that transmits power through this, and then there's a second gear shift to here, which goes between those two states. Now, even with the fact that there is a way, I imagine, to move these engines closer inward and then have this all run through the center without needing to raise it up and around, but I don't see any negative to having the transmission run directly above the engines. Because, like, look at that. That profile is already, like, so tight. That's because you're using axles to hold things to the case? Yeah, I think so. I think so. In my previous stream, when I started building this, you can see what was happening. But yeah, this thing feels pretty good. I don't want to add anything to it because adding stuff to it just adds more weight. I like driving this thing. Like it feels like a good street vehicle. Being able to manually shift and also like upgrade the transmission time would be very nice. That braking time is not bad either. Yeah, that doesn't feel bad. Like, I think keeping it lighter is the way to do it. Like, if we want to make a giant monstrosity behemoth, then we can use the large wheels. But otherwise, like, the small race wheels keep it so we can brake rapidly. Yeah, this thing feels good. I think we refined this pretty well. I think it's going to be upgraded to the Master F1. There we go. Mark II. Trying to keep the to keep the convention, this has to be F1 Master, right? There we go. Because we have the Street Master, the Dirt Master, and now we have the F1 Master. We have to keep the same naming convention. And obviously it's S plus. We don't need to put S plus in the title. We were working on upgrading the Street Master Pro to Mark III Max status to reach the Street Master Pro Max Mark III. Try the first dirt wheels. Oh, on the F1? Oh, it's fishtailing. Yeah, that's not good. All right, we'll pop the dirt wheels on this real quick. Or what I can do is duplicate. I don't know what else to call it. The F1 Dirt Master. There we go. It has the shape of an F1, so we're just gonna stick with F1. There are different F formula classes, like Formula 2, Formula 3. Formula Dirt Master with the street suspension. Yeah, it feels a little sticky. The thing is, on the low end, it's really meant for this whole build. This whole build is really meant for street. Go on normal road? Okay. Medium wheels at the rear and small at the front? Oh, that would be interesting. Oh, that clutch time just slows us down so much. This doesn't feel bad. I don't really see too much of a difference though. I don't feel, it feels a little bit stickier maybe. The dirt wheels are just particularly good at being on dirt, right? Paprika, welcome. Maybe try narrowing the wheel track. Oh, like bringing the wheels together more? Yeah, the street suspension, this doesn't feel bad. I don't see a problem with the dirt wheels. If anything, it just gives us more ability to go on dirt. I feel like anyone who gets the build on the workshop could just pop dirt wheels on it if they really wanted to. We could update it to just have these dirt wheels though. You know what I want to try? Big rubber tires. Let's see how that feels. Big rubber tire is OP. Yeah, big rubber tire is OP right now. Oh, did you hear that? You could hear the torque topping out in that turn. You could hear it. You just like heard the engine just like just dampen down a little bit while I was turning. For the most part, it can power through, but in that turn, it got stuck. Which is okay. Oh, look at our top speed. We're basically sliding against the ground with these wheels. Yeah, this does not feel good. The big rubber tires are actually not bad though. But they weigh the same amount. The width is slightly less. Medium dirt. We're just gonna try every wheel type on this F1. The limitation is that we can't mess with like the braking time. Oh, my brakes! Yeah, these are way heavier. I honestly like those big rubber tires. The big rubber tires don't feel bad. The anti-lock. Or not the anti-lock. What is that called? There's anti-lock brakes. It's just traction control, right? Like I can feel the game trying to control my traction because of the insane amount of torque we have. Oh, go. Oh, what is this? Is this a new color? I think we already got this then, yeah. Is it even possible to bring that suspension more inwards? No, unfortunately, that is a thing that like many people have brought up. as a limitation in the customization is the lack of like suspension modification. I could use different suspension. Working on active aero braking? Yeah, that's what it comes down to. There are builds like in career mode, I think this, the king of kinetics, this is actually on a servo. So you press a key and then it extends these out and retracts them, which is really cool. The idea of like, there's some like supercars that if you're going over a certain speed will automatically raise a spoiler, a wing, to increase the downforce. Or no, if you're going above a certain speed, it'll lower the wing. Yeah, I think, is that the case? If you're going super fast, you don't want the wing to slow you down. Because if you're going super fast, you're not going to be turning hard. Yeah. DRS? Yeah. To reduce drag. Yeah. Yeah. So you can make it a drag reduction system. So like, it would be like if I, on my build, made a servo that brought this inward when I was going over a certain speed. Is it completely necessary? I think it'd only be necessary for braking. If like you could use an air brake, right? Create an air brake system. It's on button press. Yeah, the servos are tied to a button press. All right, well, we've got to try it, right? If we went with the medium dirt, then we've got to put on the dirt wheel big. Power through. We're not going to be, I'm braking right now. I'm holding the brakes right now. I can't brake. Our braking is so limited. It also lowered our acceleration. Yeah. Turning is actually still not bad though, surprisingly. Do we just keep the freaking monster tires on this thing? Call it the F1 Monster Master Pro Monster Mark III. Turn. Yeah, it can't turn at all. No, it can turn, it can't brake. That's the problem. Learn to use handbrake? I guess. Yeah, handbrake might. That might be what we need to learn to do. You don't use the racing suspension? I love the coast through on this thing is so good. Like we just coast through the turn. Definitely getting limited by the biggest limitation is the weight of the tire, right? Like at 30 kilograms, I might be biased, but I really think that the suspension street big with the big rubber tire is actually the best feel. I may be biased though. I don't know. Because of the Street Master Pro. Are we going to be able to actually beat our PB? I don't know if we're going to be able to beat our PB. We were working on the Street Master Pro Mark III. Yeah, I think the Dirt Master, we're gonna keep this one. This one is like pretty good. Like, it's good. Yeah, we need to work on this thing. I will be right back. 1 sec. All right, I'm back. It feels like a mid 2000s F1 car. That's good. Yeah, we're gonna work on this thing. I think the trouble I'm having with this the most we tried to add more engines to it and it just didn't work. Like, I think the core of this design, like, we've almost capped it out, right? Like, I think if we're gonna want something more powerful and like capable of making really tight turns at low speeds and then accelerating, we're gonna need to design something else. I think as far as the Street Master Pro, as far as the Street Master Pro goes, Mark II, this thing corners really well, though. Exchange engines for 2X1000. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna have to... really change the engine design, right? The Street Master Pro, we're not touching, but we are gonna try and make the Mark III. The Mark II, we're not touching. I don't know. I don't think I can. Well, we don't need these bars here. See, the width. Is that gonna? We gotta experiment, right? Is that gonna work? I do not know. Maybe. I think this is a 4, right? Yeah, but it doesn't want to go directly in between the two of these. There we go. Okay. That might be good enough. Wait, why? Oh, I went to E class. Okay, that's definitely more power. Not as much acceleration, though. Oh. The downside is the lack of acceleration. Yeah. All right, we need an extra wing right here. A few electric motors. Yeah. See, I should... You know what? I'm going to have to do this. Delete the 4. I had it for a second. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right. We need that. We need the turbos. The turbos, and we should be good. It's still a little slow on the low end. We can break 200 on the straightaway, but that's not really what we're designing this thing for. We're designing it to be able to turn as rapidly as possible without spinning out. It slows down very well. Connect axles. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we are carrying a... No, that's connected. I think it's just the planetary gears and then this gear ratio. Yeah, maybe that will help. That helps a little bit. Oh, look at that. That stopping time is insane. Look how fast we can brake. Output of both engines is not connected. Oh, is it not connected under here? What am I missing? This goes into this. This goes into this. This goes into this. This goes into that. Which then goes into this, which goes into that. Only one engine is going through the reduction. Oh, should I flip the whole thing? I think all of the engines are providing torque. I'm almost certain of it. Weird, why does that lower the acceleration? I double checked it. I'd swear all the engines are going through the... Oh my, that adds... We can still brake like crazy though. That actually added like a crazy amount of oversteer. But we slide out, which just means we're gonna need more downforce. Because not all the engines are at 1-to-1 ratio, they're conflicting. Yeah, but that shouldn't matter though. After a certain point, won't they just not provide power? Yeah, that didn't seem to help. Having an electric engine directly on the back axle. Yeah, I'll try that. I'll change them to 1-to-1 and see what happens. Yeah, that was causing like weird oversteer. No, we just need more downforce on the back wing. I need to reconfigure that entire thing. Yeah, you're talking about just doing this, right? Why did it spawn upside down? Those wings are kind of ridiculous on the back. I don't know if those are actually helping. The electric engines, I think we need more of these things. I think we just need as many of these things as we can possibly fit. And then we'll be fine. Something is broken. Oh, there we go. Okay. Just give us more stuff and then we'll be good. See, we cap out at 171. Got this like weird oversteer. Its ability to break is by far one of the best things about it. But I am thinking there's something beneficial about having that ratio there. Like within the handling and everything. It definitely... So two of these... This is 100, this is 60. So two of these is 120. I still think we need 3 of those. Like, the fact that I'm still sliding out. Maybe I can do... No, that's not gonna work. That's gonna rotate if I do that. Gonna have to do it like this, I think. No, these rotate as well, right? I'm pretty sure this whole thing is going to rotate, and I don't know how to connect it otherwise. I really want a 90-degree one-to-one. No, we're okay. We're fine. Yeah, that added downforce on the back is helping it. It's helping keep it stable. Oh, the pins don't rotate? Okay. Yeah, we've got like a 200 top speed on this thing, so that's okay. The most important thing is like break time, turn time. And then keeping it from sliding out on the low end. Let's try a race. I still think we could put more downforce on the front end. Bigger wheels? Yeah, I could use the... Dude, we have so much. Oh, oh, flashing light warning. What is happening? What is happening? Downforce on the sides. Oh, true. If I do something like... Yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna need bigger wheels. Don't mind the clipping. It's okay. It had nothing. Us flying into the air had nothing to do with that. Oh, now we're only S class. RIP. That changed a lot. Just changing the wheels. Oh, and we're leaning to the left now. What? Dude, changing the wheels messed everything up. I can't. With a 45 corner? Oh, true. Yeah, I see that. I think I can change that. I think this thing is feeling okay. It was turning to the left with the bigger wheels, and now it's okay. I would have to bring it in. I would have to change the structure of the wings. Yeah, it doesn't want to... If I do... that... Yeah, on the pegs, it's not going to spin. Maximum downforce. Dude, that's crazy that it's still slightly spinning out. We have a good amount of torque. Yeah, it's pulling to the left now. Yeah. Again, I think the whole design of this thing, like this whole setup, we can make it so much cleaner than it was before. Yeah, I could give it 2 gears. I feel like just having 2 gears will make it significantly more efficient. Oh, but yeah, we always need to keep one space behind it. No, we don't, because we can rotate it. You could even put 4 engines. Yeah. But then it comes into like, then it gets into like, how much horsepower do we need? You know? Each one of these engines has 55 horsepower. I don't think we're going to need more than like 100 horsepower for this build. I can't put a gear there. I think it has to go above it. Yeah. That's the thing. Like, you have your gears side by side. You have to make the whole thing wider, right? You have them above each other. You can still keep like a low profile. And then the other option is to have them parallel, right? Going sideways alongside the wheel axle. Let's just do something like that for now. And then I will, what is this, an 8? See, even adding one gear or adding another gear, 2 gears, is enough to require an entire different axis, which adds a lot of requirements. That is what we want, though. Now, how do we attach that to this? You can move the gear shift one to the side using 2 small gears. I kind of know what you mean. That's already a 9. We could break it here, though. I'm just confused. I just need to build it out. That's what I need to do. When in doubt, build it out. Why is the game being poo brand? There you go. All right. There you go. When in doubt, build it out. All right, there we go. Let's test it out. Let's see how it works. And the whole front fell off. I can't even see. Okay, that whole thing is rotating around one axis. I could do it. No, I think this will be more stable. Switch axle for a pin. I think this will be okay. Wait, what? Why did the pegs just come out of the sides? Oh, that's because that's because I poo brained it. See, I always run into this situation where I'm like, oh, these two things, they cross one another, and how do I connect them now? I think I have to do it like that. I just had poo brain. It's all good. We have amazing acceleration, but then it stops. So if our goal is to only get up to 90 kilometers an hour, we're golden. Also, something on the front is rotating. Oh, it's these. These don't have connections in them anymore. We just had some poo brain. It's okay. I'm wondering if I could put a... No, that's not gonna matter. Missing planetary gear? Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing, right? Like, if I look at this build, I have the power, the torque from the engines coming out the front, right? Through this bar here. And what that does is it allows us to build this in front, which leaves plenty of room for activities in the back. So the whole way this is set up is going to have to change. Like the whole structure of this, if we want enough space for a planetary gear, I really like that structure. If I'm being like, I don't want to get stuck in the same structure constantly. But I do like that structure. Move the shifter on top of engines? Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. It's, I don't know if it's like becoming a meta, but it's kind of becoming necessary. Is the front axle really needed? Not necessarily. That is a good question, and the answer is not necessarily. I'm wondering, so if I do, how far can I bring the gear shifter into this thing? Nah, it does not like that. Okay, so not that far. That far. You can't bring the gear shifter in more than that. Like, I wanted to place the gear shifter right up against this, but if I do this, right? I'm like, oh, the gear shifter is no longer touching. Let me move the gear shifter here then. Nope. Does not like that. Oh, we can put a 3 here though. That's kind of how we did the other one, though, right? Except we didn't embed it between the engines. You still need distance 2, not 1. Yeah, I'm kind of figuring it out. I'm definitely interested in trying to get the transmission to run right alongside the engines, because if you get this to work properly, then you can just place another No, I don't think... And place one underneath, that doesn't really help us. Yeah, again, I think this is as close as you can place the transmission 3. Oh, no, we can place it like that. Very interesting. Nope. Yeah, so that is confirmed. The closest you can place the transmission. Add another one on top. To make, wait, so we would have three parallel lines of gears. I think 4 engines is going to be enough. Because we're trying, I really don't want to delete this. Like, I really don't want to get rid of this 11 here. Because I like the size of this thing. Like, I think the size of it is perfect. And if we can fit it into this thing, like the profile of this, then we'll be good. Now, that is going to be very difficult to fit on that end. We might have to shift the whole thing like 2 forward. But as was brought up by David, I don't know if the front axle is actually necessary, and the front axle also has weight. So if we can get rid of that, that's great. The only problem becomes, like, we can't actually fit gears between these two things. So I really think the way that this is set up here, the space between these two drive shafts is necessary. Like, I don't think you can bring them closer together, because then all you can fit is a 1-to-1. If you space them out one more space, you can fit a 1-to-1, a 3-to-1, even more than that. That's kind of what I learned with this build, is that you kind of need your, yeah, we can't put this embedded in the engine. Because otherwise, then it just leads to the problem of not having enough space between the two shafts. So really, this is what we need. This is actually what we need. Except, yeah, this needs to be brought here. Yeah. The bread and butter is really wait, is that a 6? Yeah, we need an 8. I don't think we can do this. Like that's just gonna be that's too long. We can make it longer, but I really don't want to do that. But I think we could fit this in. And we could do it reversed. This needs an extra space. The last state of this. Okay. The 4. I think we could put a, yeah, 6. What is this? An 8? All right, I make this a 9, and then I think we should be okay. No. How can I structure this so it doesn't flip? Ah, like this, right? Yeah, we got it. So that's 3 different gear ratios. 3 to 1, 1 to 3, 1 to 1. And then we have 3 to 1 and 1 to 3. So that should work. The only thing is we basically have to have this sticking out the front. I don't think there's a way to make a 3-gear system that is actually shorter than this. I just sat here thinking about it for like way too long. I don't think there's a way to do it. I think you always need a gap in the top, right? Because 1, 2, you need that gap there. 3. And this should be a 6-speed. Time to make a car X15. Yeah, it really is like if we want a 6-speed with the gear 2 and the gear 3. Because if we think about it, the gear 3 takes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 length. Yeah. Let's connect all this and see how it works. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think we can just do something like this. Oh no, that's not gonna work. This is a tricky connection. But what we really need is to connect I know what we can do. There we go. Right? And then we just need to connect the engines to the sides. $143 meters per second. All right, we're gonna need the bigger wheels. This is the Mark III after all. Something broke off. Oh, we're stuck in fifth. Yeah, again, no planetary gear. So we've got to find a spot for a planetary gear. That's not gonna like that. Also, yeah, that's not gonna like that. I don't know. Yeah, I honestly think, you know, given the length of the 3 gear shifter, and you know what we can do? We can make this a 2. Let's just make it a 2. We don't need the 3. 3 takes up too much space. Don't forget the front downforce. Yeah, we'll need to work on getting a wing in the front. Now, the golden question is going to be... Nope. That's the golden question. The golden question is no. We have to have it sticking out that far. Yeah. The 7. All right, let's put a 9 in there. I think all we need is a, hold on. I think all we need is an 8. Nope, we do need a 9. There we go. I have to troubleshoot broken flash drive. I hope that goes well. I hope you fix it. Thanks for hanging out, David. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is looking like what is required. You pretty much need, if you want speeds above 150 kilometers, you need a Planetary gear. Like you kind of just need it, honestly. Yeah, the downforce on the front is yeah, so if we just move this is probably going to be a little janky. Nice. Okay, that's definitely better downforce. Still not feeling like enough, though. I think the 4 gears is all you need. The 6 gears is nice. But 4 gear is the sweet spot. I think we're finding a better balance, right? So like that F1 we made earlier, what I'm trying to do is take that knowledge, condense it down, make it into something that's a little bit tighter. Keeping the Street Master Mark II in mind. and recognizing the downsides of the Street Master Mark II, right? Because although it's good, it does have downsides. The biggest downside of the Street Master Mark II is the lack of acceleration. And what we're trying to obtain with the Street Master Pro Max Mark III is we're trying to obtain a higher horsepower and torque and acceleration while also maintaining all of the other positives of the Street Master Pro. I'm wondering if I can just convert this into that's too far forward. I wish there was something like this, except 3. Or no, something like this, except without 2, just 1. Right? The branch like this, except like that. You know what I mean? Like this, except 1 more out. Like there needs to be something between these two. I think in the meantime, I'm just going to need to use the beam times 3. Which is okay. It's not ideal, but it's okay. We gotta add max to this one. Because it's getting closer. It's still a work in progress. I'm not gonna put it on the workshop just yet. It feels pretty good. The breaking time is what I'm most concerned about. But it's feeling pretty good. Also, its ability to go over bounces is a lot better without slamming into the ground and breaking. Yeah, look at that break time. Oh, that's beautiful. We like that. We like that. I think this thing is very close to becoming the Street Master Pro Max. The thing is, I'm not used to its acceleration, right? So the Street Master Pro Mark II can't go faster than 190 kilometers. you start to cap out at 190. And that's a severe limitation, right? But with this, you can, oh my, that bridge is cursed. That bridge is cursed. With this, you can power all the way up to 300. Pretty much all the way. Like, we get up to 190 with ease. That's a direct upgrade. $300, there you go. Boom. Damn. I pushed it to the limit. I pushed it to the limit. I was full tilt right turning there. That feels good. I think that the breakability of this thing, the acceleration up to 300, this is feeling like, this is really starting to feel like the Street Master Pro Max Mark III. And yes, those ridiculous wings that extend out all the way to the side, they are necessary. Because that downforce is allowing us to turn much better. It's more better. All right, let's try a race with this thing. Why are we only going up to third gear though? I feel like we should be going up to fourth at least, right? Oh, we can't actually... I didn't want to start this race. I'll try it. We're definitely going to get beaten out by our previous PV in this. The Dirt Master Mark II is extremely good. We could put dirt wheels on this thing, but I think let's take it to the Serpentine circuit and see how it does. We're going to have to refine the Dirt Master Pro Mark II. We're going to have to get it up to Dirt Master Pro Max Mark III status. Yeah, I'm not even driving well, and we're still near our PB right now. Oh my. One wheel. One wheel. Yeah, when we go over that dirt area, it's really a combination of taking it slow, but also going fast enough that you don't lose speed. Yeah, that turn, but our acceleration is better, so all of it comes into play. The turning, the braking. Dude, the PB we got on this last time with the last iteration of this is definitely competing. I really think my driving is just that. The fact that I've been working on this for like however long and I'm still competing with our PB is amazing. PB! All right, this deserves it. We got it. This deserves it. We got it. We're 12th place S plus class. Beautiful. All right, let's put the dirt wheels on this thing and see how it handles. The thing is, the dirt wheels weigh twice as much. Oh, we can't actually put them there. We can put them there. Is it because of the wing? Yeah. That's gonna mess stuff up. Can I fit this here? No. I don't think we mess with that. I really think because we just got PB with this design, I think it's no longer whip. It is the Street Master Pro Max Mark III. I think it's earned its place. I think it's earned its place as the Street Master Pro Max Mark III. The only downside is that initial acceleration. That like just starting, but that's okay. That's honestly okay. It's smooth. It's a little bit smoother. You don't want like super jerky acceleration. Oh, this has a dirt section. RIP! Yeah. That dirt section, if we came in at the right angle, we could have just gone straight through. They're using street wheels. Their vehicle is using street wheels, so dude, I can't turn it all on sand, like at all. Okay, we're learning this track or relearning it. Oh my. What is that flashing right now? Dude, that's gonna give someone a freaking seizure. They need to fix that ASAP. Dude, I can't. Get me out. I don't even have epilepsy. Dude, do I need to put a freaking flashing lights warning on my stream? That was like serious flashing. They need to fix that like in the next update. The way that light reflects in this game is way too strong. Yeah, that's mostly dirt. We'll try the secret queen race. Dude, that flashing light like messed me up for a second. Felt like I was getting freaking flashbanged in real life. The way light reflects in this game is actually too strong. That load time, this is a long race. We'll try. I think this is mostly just going to be about playing it safe. This thing feels very good, though, I will say. I think we really do have a good combination of... It's a street vehicle, right? It is ultimately the case that, like, if you want to make something really good, you're going to have to refine it for street or for dirt. You're not going to be able to do both. I forgot about that. This has a super long straightaway, and we just broke off a whole bunch of pieces. This track goes almost all the way around the entire map, which is why it's like a 5-minute race. Super long straightaway as well. This bridge is cursed. All right, we're good. This thing really does feel amazing. I've driven quite a few vehicles in this game, and I can say that this one feels very good. Like, it's exceeding at what I designed it for. It's not just doing what I designed it for, it's exceeding at it. Yeah, that turn is always cursed. Nailed it. Nailed it. Turn. Oh, rip. Is this the finish? Finish! We finished with 3 wheels, but we still finished. Nice. Top 40. Top 50. Almost top 40. Yeah, that's a long race. How, see, there's something, they mentioned a bug in the game to try and put it as concisely as possible. They mentioned a bug in the game that allows you to start and finish a race by like entering the race, exiting the race, and then pressing delete a whole bunch of times. 33 seconds on this track, I just don't see being actually possible, especially given the fact that the S Plus class, which is the highest class vehicle in the game, is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So they had to do something bugged out in order to get 33 seconds. I can believe 2 minutes 30 seconds. I cannot believe 33 seconds. But yes, we're top 50, top 40 in S Plus, top 50 for all car classes for the last race in the game. This thing feels pretty good. This thing, I don't think I'm going to change anything with it. I think it's coming down to like fine tuning and then driver's skill. So the J-Crown Streetmaster Pro Max Mark III is now uploaded to the workshop. For the future, I am going to try to possibly, yeah, we went from the Streetmaster Pro Mark II to the Streetmaster Pro Max Mark III. That's a pretty clear upgrade. Yeah, this may actually be better than the F1 Master Mark II. I love how I have Master in every single vehicle name. But yeah, we're going to have to figure out how to upgrade the Dirt Master Pro. This thing is really good at what it does. It's really good on this first Mud Bowl contest. Yeah, we got top 30. We're 30th for all car classes. It's pretty good. But yeah, I'm going to leave the stream here. If you've been enjoying my streams, please consider liking and subscribing. It's very much appreciated. And I will be on in the future. Thank you.